Hey guys, I'm Ender,
And I'm his mom.
and today we're watching episode 6 of Death Note. The last one was pretty exciting. L was finally about to show his face.
Yeah. So
We
I'm
kind of already know what he looks like. Like, it's not like it's some big reveal. Like, we've seen
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
else about him except his face.
Right.
And there's like those 5 trusted like officers
Yes.
or whatever that he was gonna reveal it to. So you just want to get into it.
Yeah, let's see that.
Unraveling.
Who's unraveling?
The titles are always
Light.
kind of ambiguous.
Light.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, so it looks like
why?
he has no eyebrows. Kind of like disheveled looking.
Yeah.
Also, is that the first time? That's not the first time, but there's no synthesizer.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? If I were Kira, you'd be dead, Mr. Soichiro Yagamichi from the NPA.
Well, he's got a deep voice. What the heck?
Kira needs a face and a name in order to commit murder. But I'm sure you already figured that much out, haven't you? Please do not give out your name so carelessly.
Mhm.
Instead, let's value our lives. I knew that he needed a face.
But he's got interesting. It's cool.
Evidence showed that he needed a name too.
There's no way to verify if this is related. The criminals whose names were never released publicly or whose names were spelled incorrectly in the media have not been targeted. We briefly went over it at one of our meetings.
That's enough small talk for now. Come this way. Oh, right. Please turn off all your cell phones, handhelds, and any other...
Sounds like a ride. Keep your feet inside the vehicle all the time.
What do you think, we're going to be using our cell phones during this meeting to leak information? It's all right. Just do as he says.
Yeah, bro. Like you all stayed there. Just
Right.
listen to him.
No, I just find it distracting. I can't stand it when people's cell phones are ringing while I'm trying to talk.
He's interesting. He has more personality than I thought.
That means when we leave headquarters, any information
Where he's sitting.
is committed to memory. Please make yourselves comfortable.
He kind of reminds me of Sasuke a little bit.
A little, yeah. The hair.
And the
He sounds more like Itachi to me.
demeanor. Yeah, his voice does sound like Itachi.
It's interesting.
Crisp-
he like sits like
Crispin.
that. Yeah, Freeman.
Well, he does the English.
Yeah. It's weird. He gives me like
Excuse me, Al. From now on, I'll have to ask that you stop calling me Al.
Oh.
Just Ryuzaki now, just to be safe.
Ryuzaki. Okay, fake name.
Hey, Ryuzaki. If we know that he needs a name,
He kind of sits like an animal or something.
Yeah.
Like the no shoes and everything.
criminals' names on the news? If we do that, we'll only be putting the general public at risk. The general public? Why? Kira is childish and he hates losing. But how do you... Just what do you mean? Well, I'm also childish and I hate to lose.
Wow.
Ryuzaki,
Huh.
would you mind being
Like I said, he has more like
specific?
personality than I thought
Yeah.
he would.
Early on in the investigation, I tried to provoke Kira with that broadcast. Up until then, we thought that Kira would only go after criminals. As we all witnessed, he didn't hesitate to kill my stand-in. Also, as soon as I said we knew he was in the Kanto region, in defiance, he made sure his next victims came from within Japan, as if to say, what are you going to do about it?
Hmm.
He's met each of my challenges head-on. He's never missed an opportunity to return.
I mean, for that smart, you have to be a little eccentric, probably.
Yeah, he's definitely eccentric.
Criminals from someone like
His
that.
voice does sound familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's probably some famous voice actor.
Your worst criminals, I'll kill petty criminals or the innocent. I'm holding the whole world hostage, so who's it gonna be? I'm not the evil one here.
Man, he's got like dead eyes.
Criminals, you are truly evil. That's exactly.
I don't want to see your feces.
Yeah.
Please, let's look at another way we can use the media to draw him out.
But how?
How about something like this? Death of FBI agents infuriates the U.S. Latest killing to anger the international policing community. Nations agree to send 1,500 investigators to Japan.
Trying to like spook him.
Yeah, this will be way beyond what you fixed with the FBI. You'll see everyone as a potential threat. Psychologically, you'll start to feel cornered, and that will cause him to take
So he's trying to like do something. You kind of have to do something mentally because they don't know who he is.
So he'll think there are
You can't like physically draw him out.
only 7 of us. And since none of these investigators exist, Kira won't be able to kill them. It just might work. Well, before we celebrate, I'll tell you the rest of my thoughts on the Kira case.
All grunting.
Yeah.
We have access to all our classified information. What evidence do you have that he's working alone?
He figured out everything. They basically
I
don't
know.
know nothing.
Before asking questions.
Yeah.
We know he needs a name and a face to kill. To some extent, he can control a victim's time of death and their actions before dying. We already know that much. Please keep that in mind. And listen carefully to what I have to say next.
He's probably narrowed it down somewhat.
12 FBI investigators enter Japan.
And he writes that like by holding the back of it. That's weird.
Using prison inmates, Kira conducts experiments manipulating his victims' actions before they die. In other words, during this window of only 5 days, Kira became aware of the FBI's presence and obviously felt threatened. Because he didn't know any of their names or faces.
How's he figured this stuff out?
I know.
He needed to know how much control he had over his victims before he could use it against the 12 agents. And as we all know, on December 27th, I got a hold of a file which contained all the names and faces of the FBI investigators in Japan, and I succeeded in killing each one.
Wow, that's so dark.
It's practically impossible to guess which agent gave the file to Kira.
No, I don't think it's impossible for L.
No one ever finds out that I came into contact with Ray Pimber. How come you're not using the death note today? You're studying for those entrance exams. Those are the reason why
The apples.
it's a little late to start now. What you doing? December 19th to December 27th. I've been most active during this period. During this period, to the best of our knowledge,
They're both talking about this at the same time.
individuals died of heart attacks. But these victims were different from Kira's previous targets. They were all alleged criminals, ex-convicts, or suspects in ongoing investigations. So legally speaking, they were innocent. That's true. What this indicates is that Kira had to manipulate these lesser criminals in order to do those attacks.
Bro. He's built. They're both built different.
Yeah.
Him and White. They're insanely smart.
In truth, he probably only needed a few. He waited 8 days so the FBI could investigate other suspects, which meant there'd be no timeline linking him to their deaths. I suspect Kira had to be one of the people being investigated by the FBI between the 14th and the 19th of December. In fact, I have no doubt. These are files provided by the FBI.
Like, whoa.
For obvious reasons, you're not permitted to take these out of this room, but amazing! There might only be 5 of us, but with this much information, we should be able to cover a lot of ground. We'll split into 2 teams. One team traces the FBI agents, the other...
It's weird because like they're both impressive, Light and L, but I feel like L's more impressive because Light's just like planning out what he's gonna do in a really smart way. L is like figuring all this out with so little to work with. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So, does anyone have any questions?
Actually, Ryuzaki, I do have one question for you. And it pertains to what you said to us earlier about how you hate to lose. Does the fact that you've shown us your face mean that you've lost? By just being here, are you admitting defeat to Kira?
That's right. By showing my face to you now and by sacrificing the lives of 12 FBI agents, I have lost the battle. But I'm not going to lose the war. This is the first time I've ever put my life on the line.
Never shown
To
himself,
show
you know.
Kira that we're all willing to risk our lives if that's what it takes. And that justice will prevail no matter what.
He's weird.
I know.
I like the sound of that. We can do this. All right, then.
Something's gonna happen to like discourage them like instantly.
There were doubts about whether it was really him at first, but there's no mistaking it. This man is L.
Well,
Before we go
yeah.
any further, I have to be
Well, you can't know.
absolutely clear, so I'll need to speak with each of you individually before you leave today.
What's the deal? He still doesn't trust us? No.
Bro, of course he
It's a
doesn't.
fair request. Try to see it from his perspective. Kira's been getting information from our headquarters from the very beginning, so there's a good chance that he's one of us.
She's right. Working this case has given us a chance to see him.
It's funny because it's Yagami. Like it's the chief.
Mm-hmm.
You know. It's not his fault. It's getting leaked out.
Yeah,
but he's the one with the connection.
Decisive factors are needed. Just one oversight.
What's the one piece? Is it the girl? The fiance?
Oh.
But she wouldn't know Light was on the car. Yeah, well, there she is. But she wouldn't know. Maybe she could figure out Light was on the bus ride with Ray.
You're bringing a page, planning to kill someone. No, but lately I've been bringing a page with me every time I go out, just in case.
Just in case, I need to.
Kill someone.
Yeah.
That day, Ray said that he was planning to go to Shinjuku.
Bro, she could figure it out.
Yeah.
That same day, 4 people died of heart attacks in the Shinjuku area. With the bus jacking. There's no way it was a coincidence.
I thought this show's gonna be Light and Elle. It might be like a 3-way investigation now.
Mhm.
Kita can kill in other ways. It doesn't have to be a heart attack.
That's unusual for her. I wonder if he's in a meeting right now.
It's so weird he just follows
I
him.
know.
I need to speak directly with someone.
Oh, no.
It's urgent.
He might try to off her.
I know.
As I've told you already, there is no one at Task Force headquarters right now.
There's no one at headquarters. Dad's cell is turned off. What's going on?
Can't you contact
Is this when they were talking to? I think the night before it was when they were talking to Elle.
The Kita investigation.
Look, I'll call headquarters one more time for you.
Hi, I'm Detective Soichiro Yagagi's son, Light Yagami. I brought my father a change of clothes, but it doesn't look like he's in. Can I leave them here?
Sure. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while, Light.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What, you don't remember? You helped solve the insurance fraud murder investigation sometime last year. But hey, no
He helped solve an investigation.
I guess so.
So I think they all know he's like really smart, you know.
I just need to sign my name on this form.
So, Light, does this mean you're going to be helping us with the Kita investigation too?
Sure, if all goes well, maybe I'll find Kita before Elle does.
Find him before Elda.
Is he
As I thought, there's no one at
gonna try to like play both sides?
Might.
Sure to give them your message as soon as I see them, I promise.
I bet you he'd like try to pin it on Elle.
I have to tell them in person.
Excuse me. My father is actually in charge of the Kita investigation. If you'd like, I can pass your message off in a Kita case like this.
Oh, not really.
So according to you, is Kita some... we've been talking and I just realized I don't even know your name. My name is Light Yagami. Light's written with the character for Moon and Yagami with the characters for Night and God. Kinda weird, huh?
My name's Shokomaki. It's written with the characters for Shiny.
Oh, jeez.
Miss Maki, right?
It's interesting. Light's name in Japanese means like night god. I think he said.
Kita's powers. And I believe they enable him to somehow control his victims before they die.
So do I. It's odd that you say that.
He's trying to see how much he knows.
She knows, yeah.
Kira's able to control her actions before he kills them, but there's more to it. If my analysis so far is correct, Kira can kill in a number of ways, not just with a heart attack.
She knows?
Oh yeah, he's trying to do that.
I don't think anyone else knows this yet, but the police are going to consider it. That would help them catch Kira.
You know, that possibility never even crossed my mind. So what you're saying is anytime Kira wants one of his murders to go undetected, he wouldn't use a heart attack.
Right.
I don't think she'll die. Like they wouldn't put so much
I
prominence
know.
on her to kill
yeah.
her off. So
Kira? I'm sorry, but if a person came in saying they'd met Kira, the police would be more than a little skeptical, to say the least.
That's why I need to explain it in person to someone from task force headquarters. Otherwise, I'm afraid they'll just write me off.
Wouldn't it be better if your friend spoke to them instead?
Probably would, but he's no longer alive. He was one of the 12 FBI agents who came to Japan.
okay. Yeah, okay. He's figuring out.
Kira. Could it be?
You see, he was also my fiance. While he was working, he got caught up in a bus jam.
Yo, bro, he's gonna try to unalive her. He already knows he had a girlfriend, like he
Yeah.
had a fiance.
Oh, no.
Is something wrong?
Nothing. I'm sorry to hear that he passed away. So, what makes you think he met Kira on that bus?
Because 8 days after that bus was hijacked,
He's trying to figure out what the flaw in his plan was.
Just like that? I mean, really, what are the odds?
True.
I've come to believe that it
Bro, his face.
in order to obtain information regarding the identities of the other FBI agents so he could get rid of them all. Anyway, what stands out to me is that the hijacker died in an accident. In other words, it suggests that heart attacks aren't the only way Kita can kill people.
Bro, he's gonna be so mad. This
I-
is
I-
the flaw. This was the one flaw.
Yeah. I like her look, the dark hair and
Yeah,
her jacket.
The leather.
Yeah. Oh no.
Okay, so the busjacker didn't die of a heart attack.
He looks like a spy
Based on that, you're
with all the
saying
leather.
Kita has
Mhm.
other ways of killing people?
Yes.
Is he gonna write something as she's crossing the street?
She might notice that though.
There's no other way of looking at it. If Kita was controlling the hijacker,
Like he never likes to be close to the person.
Yeah.
You know, he always likes to be on the other side of
I've
the.
been wondering about that
city.
busjacking ever since my fiance first told me about it. After he calmed down, I asked him for details. He didn't mention any names or anything like that, but he told me one thing.
What did he say?
That he'd been put in a situation where he had to show his FBI ID to someone. The operation was undertaken.
It's funny, like Reek's watching all this. Too.
I know.
He's like, yeah. He likes the entertainment of it.
This must be the oversight line was.
Mm.
Yeah, that Elle wants to know.
You're the only one who knows any of this, and you want nothing more than to avenge your fiancé by bringing Kita to justice, right? And now you're convinced that Kita can kill without using a heart attack.
Yes.
You gotta try to discourage
There's
her.
no doubt in my mind your deductive skills are excellent. Can't deny that you have a personal interest in the case. Still, your theory is worth looking into.
Yeah, he's not gonna do it right here, obviously.
Your testimony could be central to the
He doesn't like
case.
being close to anything.
I mean, he could do it at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll only be a matter of time before the police catch up with Kita. The person your fiancé showed his ID to on the bus that day, it had to be Kita.
That's right.
Well, it'd be really smart is if she gave him.
Close.
Oh.
This woman.
Those are like the colors of light and Elle, like the red and then the blue.
But it seems there's a god on my side after all.
Yeah.
And not just a god of death.
Oh gosh, bro, he's just gonna wipe out this whole family. Well, that was ominous. What the heck?
It was really ominous.
So I feel like she's gonna be a bit more prominent. Though.
I feel like it's not gonna be.
They had kind of like a build up to her character, so I get the vibe like she won't just instantly die. Well, she has no reason to like suspect him
Yeah.
because he just seems like a normal kid. But well, it'd be crazy if she gave him a fake name. Like she would figure it's him if she did this. If she gave him a fake name that
Yeah.
belonged to like a criminal, and then he wrote that name, but the criminal died and not her, and she got word of it, she would know it was him.
Did
But she told him her real name.
Okay,
so
it was definitely
that
her
would have
real
been
name.
like 5 head if
Oh
she
my
did
gosh,
that.
yeah.
Elle is interesting.
Yeah, he's interesting. And Light, it would be in Light's best interest to get rid of her.
Yeah, it would.
But like you said, I feel like we've seen a lot of her and they wouldn't show this much just to
But
get
if
rid
he
of her.
did kill her, Elle knows all the relations of all the FBI agents, and if he saw that not only did Ray Pember die, but his fiance died too, he would suspect it's anyone who Ray has looked at, and then he'd probably quickly figure out it's Light, because the other FBI agents probably have family,
Yeah.
and none of them died because he
Yeah.
didn't know any of the other FBI
Right.
agents. He never met them. They just all died of heart attacks. But if Ray Pember and his fiance died, then Elle would definitely figure out that it's someone that Ray was
That's a good
spying
point.
on. So
Yeah,
he might
you
have to do something
keep
different with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep her from knowing. Because Elle said he just needs one little breakthrough and he'll figure it out. And
Yeah.
the little breakthrough could either be what Naomi knows or killing, like Naomi dying,
Right.
because that information would help him. Like he figured out that much of what he knows based off so little information. He would totally figure out it's Light
Yeah.
based off that, because I'm sure Ray didn't spy on that many people. The FBI weren't in the city like that long.
Right.
And then the person also has to have a connection to like the FBI and Light's the son of the chief. So
Yeah,
like,
because he had already been looking at families
Uh-huh.
related to
it's just, I
the
assume there was
agents.
a
Yeah,
lot of them.
the
You know,
cops.
so
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
like he'd figure out it's like so Light has to kind of tread carefully, I think. But I kind of want Elle to win. Like I know it's like Light's the main
Why?
character. I mean,
Oh, you want Elle to win? Sorry, I
Yeah.
keep getting them confused.
Light and
Yeah,
Elle, yeah, that's weird.
yeah. No, I want Elle
Couldn't
to
they
win
have done
too.
like? Couldn't they have done like B instead of like L?
And then yeah, I know.
Or V or X or
Yeah.
something.
And then we don't really know Elle's background, right? They haven't really said
No.
anything besides that he can
He probably
figure out
wants
these
to.
cases.
He wants to keep that a secret, most definitely, because he barely even wanted to show his face to some of the most trusted people, like in the police
Yeah.
force. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I think he keeps all.
He's overly cautious.
Yeah, well, I'd say.
I mean, probably appropriately cautious.
Yeah. All we know about him is he's like solves every case ever.
Yeah.
And then he has like that Watari guy that goes out and like speaks for him. That's his only person that like is not related to him, but you know,
yeah. Well, he could be. We don't know.
Yeah, maybe. He was like his older brother or something. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to thank our tier 3 patrons, Legally Burnett and David A. You guys are awesome. And if you like the video, like the video.
And subscribe.
And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.
Bye-bye.